Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist, episode 347. It's Monday, October 22nd, 2018. Oh, I give up on the lighting. Good lands. Okay, it's going to be a little dark because it's late. I was late leaving work tonight. It is approximately 6:30 p.m. The sun is down. I have no natural light bouncing in through that window. So you get me kind of yellow and half shaded and weird, and wow, the light's odd. It's not going to get any better. So, how you been? Yesterday, kind of the same thing that's happening today happened. We went and got family pictures taken, and by the time we had dinner and got back here, it was dark, and I wanted nothing more than to just flop on the couch, because no matter how well coordinated and how well planned stuff is, it's still stressful, even when you don't mean it to be stressful. So, knitting. Quick and dirty. The kids are upstairs distracted by Julie's Green Room on Netflix, and I don't want them watching multiple episodes, and I still have to work out, so here we go. What I have on the needles, several things. First thing is the stained glass blanket, take 2. This is the Juggling Hexes pattern by Wendy Harbaugh. It is a free pattern over on Ravelry. I'm using Blue Moon Fiber socks that rock lightweight and medium weight for all the centers of the hexagons. And then I'm using the Loopy U Solid Series in black for all the edging. And it's grown a little bit. So last week I had a trapezoid, and I was going to fill in the sides. Now I can't remember which side. It was this side that I started on. So I'm kind of trying to square off, odd word to use, since the edges, so my bottom edge is going to look like this and just have the teeny little single points on it. When I turn, there is no nice way to do that because I'm going on a flat edge. So the sides are going to be this kind of honeycomb shape going up. So this Pixie Park on the corner was the first, was the corner piece. And it looks like I have put on 4 more. So the Steampunk Sonata, that was my hubby's latest socks. One of the Tipsies, I think this was Sadie Sue Tipsy. A Raven, that I think is Thraven, because it's just teal by the look of it. And then one of the purples from my sister-in-law's Color Affection shawl. So I only added 4 squares, 4 squares. They're not squares, they're hexagons. And I'm just kind of working my way up and filling in this whole bit here. So it's getting bigger. It's definitely big enough to be like lap throw and cover my like hips to toes, although not necessarily side to side. It's big enough side to side, but then my feet stick out the other end. So it's getting bigger. All right, I'm using an F hook. I didn't bring it down with me. It's a 3.75 millimeter hook. My friend Sarah did a ton of centers for me. So all I have to do is do the joining on, and I won't be repeating for quite a while because she just churned those suckers out, and I've got centers for days. And she went up to a G hook, which if an F hook is 3.75 must be a 4 millimeter hook. So juggling, or the Juggling Hexes blanket. The stained glass blanket is growing. I love it. I love it muchly. Second thing on the needles is, I have to flip back because I can't remember the name of it. This is terrible. I didn't write show notes because I was just going to come down and wing it. Winging it. Tara's Muffin Babies sweater, the Miss Piggy edition. This is Hearthstone by Isolde Teague. That was released for Tin Can Knits Heart on My Sleeve collection, which was to raise funds and awareness for malaria research. It's no longer available as a booklet. They did a collaboration with a bunch of different designers, but you can purchase each of the patterns individually. So this one is by Isolde Teague. I'm doing the size 6 to 8 and I'm doing this out of Sun Valley Fibers. And of course I didn't put the thing isn't in here. Totally unorganized. I shouldn't have done this. Well, here's one from Gabe's sweater. Sun Valley Fibers is their 100% Blueface Luster Superwash DK. The colorway is not Cricket. That was the green. The colorway for Tara's is called Fire Witch. Oh, here's one from Tara's. Fire Witch. I'm not making up the name. And it is this eye-searing pink It looks very coral in this light, but trust me when I say like hot pink, Barbie pink. Miss Piggy Pink is Miss Tara's sweater. I finished the raglan decreases, the sets that I was supposed to do. I have switched, I have bound off, you can kind of tell, bound off the front neck. Working my way up, doing more neck decreases, neck and shoulder decreases, and I don't have that much more to go, and then I'll be able to pick up and do the collar and weave in, close up the underarms and weave in the ends, and Tara will have a finished sweater in time for cold weather. Yay! I don't know why this one is taking me so long and Gabe's flew off the needles. I do not know. I'm using a US 4 for the ribbing, which is a 3.5 millimeter needle, and an 8, which is a 5.0 millimeter needle for the body and all the cabling and everything. So that's done. Not done, but that's where I'm at. So my children will have new sweaters for winter. Yay! Third thing the third, that I don't think I've even made, now that I think about it, I don't think I've even made a user page for. Over on Ravelry, let me see in my notebook. Have I made a page for this? I don't think I have. I have not. So, I started on Christmas socks for my friend Sarah. Basically, as she was getting ready to leave, sadly, Sarah has gone back to the Great White North known as Minnesota. It's not snowing there yet, but it's only a matter of time. So she picked out yarn for her Christmas socks before she left. I also may have culled some of my shawls when we were searching for family picture outfits and gone, I don't wear this anymore. Here, you want it? And I gave her 2 shawls. One was a clapetee. I think it, if I remember right, it was the hot pink, the pink and purple one that I did, the very first clapetee that I made. And the other one I think was a magic shawl, if I remember right, that I've had for years, and I never wear it anymore. So I was like, yeah, here, rather than it sitting in a box, take it. And she's like, it's like Christmas came early. You don't even have to make me my socks, or you have till next July. I'm like, no, you will get socks for Christmas. So I showed it on the show, but I'll talk about it more. She chose some Into the World. They're 80-10-10 Superwash Merino Cashmere and Nylon blend in the 11th hour, which is a Doctor Who reference. And it's teal and blue and khaki and brown, and it's knitting up gorgeously. I'm knitting it on a US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter needle, knitting it magic loop, top down with a heel flap, but I did a variant. So I know I haven't ever written up my Mindless Class socks pattern, and I did a variant on that. So I just threw a little cable in that's going to run down either side of the top of the cuff and then transition to the top of the foot as it goes out. So that's on either side. One side there. There's the cable. One side over here. Here's the other one. And I'm currently working on the heel flap. So I'm doing a slip stitch heel flap. Oy. And I'm loving it, and it's so soft because and fuzzy because of the cashmere. I'm not sure how they're going to hold up fabulously. You're going to pill like crazy with that cashmere in there, but they'll be nice bed socks and around the house socks to wear, and I hope she loves them. She saw them before she left, so, and she picked out the yarn, so she knows what they're going to look like, and absolutely flipped. Love them. So those are riding around in my Tangerine Designs Cold Sheep bag. Yeah, man, I'm doing terrible at centering stuff as well. Cold sheep. So sheep in little scarves and hats and mittens. And that's it. That's everything on my needles. Pokey things wise, I have nothing to show you. I cut, except for, so cut out all of Tara's pattern pieces for her Princess in Black costume for Halloween. That is, oh, you know, like 9 days away that Mommy really needs to get a wiggle on to get this done. And discovered I didn't have enough plain black cotton. Evidently I had added numbers wrong in estimating how much cotton I would need and had to go get an extra yard so I could cut out sleeves and sleeve bands because there wasn't enough. There is enough now. I have this washed. I just need to cut it out and get my butt sewing. So that's going to be my thing after work this week, is sit down at the sewing machine after they have gone to bed and sew like a mad woman until I go to bed. And Tara will wear it in whatever state of finishedness that it is. And yes, that's a word, finishedness. And Grandma has promised to, when she comes out next week, to help sew the zipper. Next week, this week, she's coming this week. Hi, Mom. You're coming this week, right? She said she would help me sew the zipper in the back. Not that I can't do it, but it's one of those, I don't have time to stress over it. And my mom has sewed so many more zippers in her lifetime than I have. So she said she would do that. So I need to get it to the state where the zipper is ready to go in. And that's it. I'm going to cut this short show because I'm running short on time. Please, if you have any questions, throw them up in the Any Questions thread over on Ravelry. I will get to them on another day. And yeah, I'm going to go work out now until I see you next week, hopefully on Sunday. Happy knitting.